Unfortunately, we have a sad one today, guys. Hey you guys, welcome back to another one. This is Ben from SplittinTracks Pheasantry, and on this video, it's kind of a bummer, guys. Now, if you guys watched my last video, we were talking about why we name all our birds. Well, when we got to our new silver pheasant, George, yeah, we noticed that he had a foot problem. Well, he was injured or whatever. And now these things, they usually work themselves out, give them a couple days and they're back to normal. I've seen it many times. Well, yeah, you guessed it. Unfortunately, his foot is still in pain. And today we're going to go in there and we're going to check him out and see what the deal is, you know. But before we get in there, let me just say, this is going to set us back a little bit as far as George being friendly with us and waiting at the door for us and all that good stuff. Yeah, we named him George because he's curious. And he was always curious about us. He'd wait for us at the door and all that. So we're going to set him back a little bit. Well, that's what happens, you know. So catching birds up, you know, gives them a little fright and they get, you know, scared. They don't want to deal with us for a while, you know, kind of standoffish. But we got to check him out. He can't go on like this any longer. It's been a few days, so we need to get in there and fix the problem or see what the problem is. So I got my net. Yeah, and unfortunately my birds know about the net. When I walk around the bird yard with this thing, yeah, they want nothing to do with me. They're like, oh no, here we go. Yeah guys, let's just do this. Hey buddy. So I noticed this morning you still have that leg heightened up. Carrying it around. Wow. Yeah, as I look a little bit closer, he has some buildup at the bottom of it. Now that is a tough place to clean, guys, because if you can clean that up, put some ointment on it, it unfortunately is what touches the ground. And he needs to keep it clean. We don't want to get infected. So, yeah, we'll just clean it up and we'll check him out. That's probably not even a problem, but we'll see. Alrighty guys, so we caught up George. Y'all meet George. Beautiful, healthy boy, besides a leg injury, foot injury. But anyways, so I'm feeling him and I'm feeling his leg. And I noticed, see, I'm no vet or anything, but I've noticed that if I'm able to do this, that most likely he doesn't have any fractures, you know, which is good. So, and the other leg just as well. Anyways, well, he's a pretty calm bird. What I did notice, now, check it out. You guys focusing on that? He has a bad case of bumblefoot. And on the leg that he is standing on, I can see it starting to build up right there too. So I'm gonna have to clean that up, guys, and possibly file it down a little bit. I don't want to tear into it too much to where he starts to bleed profusely or anything like that. But it obviously seems to be a problem, and I'm thinking, I'm 99% sure that's the case here, guys, because the one foot that he did have raised up, it is there's a bigger lump at the bottom of his foot there. You guys can see that. So definitely an issue that we need to address. You ready for this, George? I'm sorry, buddy. Now I'm thinking that this is infected, and I think that is what's causing him pain. He's standing on the other one just fine. Now this could have been, now he's new here, so who knows when this problem started, but it looked like it was a problem that has been going on for a while. And now it just caught up to him to where, you know, he just can't bear putting weight on that foot. So today, I'm not gonna go into this one too much. I will clean it up. But the one he's raising up, it needs to be filed down or something. We need to like cut off this extra stuff without hurting his actual foot or causing bleeding or anything like that. But we're going to clean it up and get it disinfected. And this ain't going to be a cure in one day kind of thing. This is going to be over time. We're going to have to go over this again. Okay, George? I'm sorry, Buzz. Okay? Now, like I said, guys, I am no vet, so if you guys can give me any advice, I am open for it, okay? I'm not a Mr. Know-It-All. I don't got it all figured out. I'm just a country pumpkin who just just takes things as they come to me. So this is something that I've seen done before. So if you're a little squeamish, you might want to turn your head. I don't know, a little nasty, but there appears to be some like extra skin here, and I'm thinking that we're gonna just cut off a little at a time. See all that extra that doesn't need to be there. Oh, almost cut myself. So yeah, I mean, I just took a bunch off without any blood. That is just some nasty buildup there, guys. Now, if it was a little bit harder and had a rougher surface area, I would just get the file and file it down. But this is soft and it's just kind of clumpy. It's not one surface, it's like clumpy everywhere. So yeah. And like I said, I'm not going to touch the other foot for now because he does need to stand, you know, on something and feel comfortable. So I will tackle that other one later on, as soon as this one gets a little healed up, you know? And I think I'm going to de-lice him just in case. I didn't see any bugs or mites on him or anything like that, but just as a necessary precaution while I have him out. And because we don't want this, if this is a mite thing, sorry, a leg mite thing, we don't want it crawling up into his good part of his leg or anything. So yeah, now I took off a good chunk of that stuff. Now I wish I could just soak his feet in water, soften it all up, but the main thing right now is to clean it up and seize any infection going on. And I will clean this one up as well. But I won't cut into this one because I don't want to make it to where he won't walk at all. So. Okay. Yeah. I think one of the things I'm gonna do, sorry, it's hard to make videos and hold birds at the same time. I just realized when you're by yourself. But one of the things people do for leg mites is use Vaseline, and I found that works really well. It suffocates the mites so he can't breathe, and it clears up a lot. So I think as a precaution, after I disinfect it, I'll put some Vaseline on it and, you know, suffocate anything that's going on in there that we haven't seen. Do a little bit more cleaning. God, yes, it looks so much cleaner already. Can you guys see that? But I'm pretty sure this is the problem here. He's like growing an abscess or something. Just a bad case of bumblefoot, man. What happened to you in there? I don't have any high perches or anything like that that would cause like a leg injury, you know? So yeah, I don't know how this happened. Sometimes things just happen in the bird world, you know? Can't explain it. But we're gonna clean them up good. And I noticed, well, that looks pretty clean. Now I noticed too that he doesn't feel like I want him to feel. So we're gonna worm him while we have him out. And I'll show you what wormer that I like to use, guys. This stuff right here. This is some good stuff right here. I like to use this in my birds. It's easy, it's pill form. You just open up the throat, put the pill down, you're good. You know? Anyways, Worming will be the last thing we do before we let him go. Just had that soak, had that foot soaking a little bit. I'm gonna clean up a little bit more. Get him nice and clean. Yeah, I think that is what's bugging him. And like I said, this is not a fix in one day kind of thing. We're gonna have to do this again tomorrow, a couple more days, however long it takes, bud. Why'd you have to develop this problem? The other birds don't got it. Anyways, it's all good. We'll fix you up. We'll fix you up. Say hi to everyone, George. So now that he's all cleaned up, we're gonna take our handy dandy Bannex for chicks stuff right here. Had this stuff laying around. It's for all skin problems such as pecking sores, cuts, bumblefoot, raw vent injuries, leg injuries, cleaning agent. It can be used for nest boxes, incubators, brooders. So basically an all-around, you know, topical treatment for to prevent infections. So give him a good spray on that. See that, guys? Yes. Nastiness, man. We gotta fix this, buddy. Okay. We gotta fix this. And then we're gonna let that soak in for a while. I know I said I was gonna get some Vaseline and put on there, but I think I'm gonna do that later. Right now, I just want to kill any infection, and then we can move on from there. And also, I'm going to worm him. So, let me show you guys a handy little tip. And sometimes when you got to deal with birds, guys, you don't always have a helping hand, and you got to do things by yourself. So, one of the things that I've learned, because I do a lot of this birding by myself, is how to deal with a bird, how to worm them, how to treat them when it's just you. And obviously now it's just me filming. So I want to show you a little tip, is what I'm getting to. So check this out. So if you get a towel, friends, you lay the towel out like so. You know, take your bird. Now, say hi, George. And you just start at one end, and you just kind of roll them up, you know. Now this makes it easier to work with the bird. Be able to control him while you're worming him or whatever you got to do. Take our wormy peels. And it's so simple, guys. It's one peel, one bird. I just worm pretty much before the seasons, or sometimes whenever I just feel a bird needs it. So just do that. Just drop it in the throat. Put your finger down there and swallow it up right there. And that's worming 101. Don't overthink it. You just put it down their throat. Right, George? How do you feel about that? Got you worms, got you cleaned up. You need to fix that foot, huh? All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Okay, so now his foot's cleaned up. He is wormed. And I think we're about ready to put him back in there. Now, if I wrap up this bumblefoot, guys, he is not gonna walk. He is gonna sit in a corner. I just feel it, you know. So we're just gonna try to keep it as clean as possible. He is in a fairly cleaned out pen, so his pen is pretty sterile. So yeah, we're gonna give him another spray. Alrighty, folks, so we're on our way back to George's pen. It's kind of weird calling him George because we just barely named him that. So if I call him Boss, which I almost did, that is why. But he is George. It'll grow on us, and we won't have that confusion later. Anyways, let me show you George's foot, guys. Now you see it there? Sorry. Yeah, so I'm thinking that is the problem. What else could it be, right? Now his other foot, I cleaned it up, and I put some of that spray on there, but I didn't file it down or cut into it like I did this one right here. There was just a lot of growth that needed to come off. And you can see he's not bleeding, so it was growth that was unnecessary. It was like dead skin piled up, bumblefoot. And sometimes these things happen, guys. Sometimes, you know, a bird can get an injury on a foot, and then gunk gets in there, and that cut gets infected, it gets swollen, you know. But we're going to stay on top of this. We're going to keep him cleaned up, and he'll be back to himself in no time. That's what I'm hoping for. George, look at the camera, bud. We're going to put you down now, okay? All right? Well, for the best. We'll see you again tomorrow. We'll do this again, all right, bud? All right. Or later on today, we're going to have to get some Vaseline. I'm sorry. All right. Well, he pooped just now, so that's good. At least he didn't poop on me. All right, guys. Please follow along on his progress. You know, I'm still worried about him. Hopefully, that will knock anything out. And, well, like I said, we'll do some more later on, too. We'll do some more cleaning and disinfecting, and we'll just stay on top of it, you know. But, yeah, guys, please follow along and check in on his progress. I'm rooting for him. I hope the best for him. And I really hope that's all that's going on there. But I will let you guys know. And, yeah. Until next time, guys, I'm sorry this was a bummer. You know, I try to make it a little informative as well as, you know, to showcase George's little foot injury. So if you learned anything, great. If you got any advice, that's cool too. Let me know, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.